Good morning. I just got out of the jacuzzi. Naturally, when you get out of a jacuzzi and you get into a swimming pool, it's got to be cold. The water's pretty cold right now. But not as cold as I've seen it in other times. Although these might be boring videos because you've probably seen a lot of swimming videos that I've taken. This is being taken with the Insta360 One X2, and just show you I don't have a selfie stick, but I'm going to show you what I am using. I'm using like a little bracket thing. This the bracket actually goes on a what is it? A DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Cricket. But I use this. It's probably a lot better for now because I really don't need the Insta360 selfie stick. It's a little too long, and I'm just doing the selfie by myself. I'm gonna dip this underwater, and I'm gonna swim from here to the edge, and we all know already that the Insta360 One X2 is waterproof, and I'm making double sure that the battery door is sealed and the charger door is sealed also. I make sure of those things because, I mean, let's face it, these cameras are very expensive toys, and money doesn't fall from the sky, so we do our best to try to take care of our equipment. At least some of us do. At least I do. So, but I am a water sports type of person. I could sit in the swimming pool all day long, or I can go swim in the ocean all day long. I can only scuba dive for 1 hour because you can't be underwater that long. So first of all, we're gonna go underwater, and I wanna do this. I wanna just go underwater and just go to the very corner, and this water's kind of cold. I guess I gotta be moving around, and I'm gonna take video from underwater from here to the corner over there. So I'm gonna just take myself. It's just simple underwater test, and then I'm gonna switch it, and I want to see if I can take a panoramic picture underwater, and then take a 360 picture underwater, and then let's see which one else. You all know that the time warp and the other one works fine. I don't really need to do those. I did want to do the panoramic photo and the 360 photo, and naturally I'm doing the vlog mode pretty much. They either copied it from the GoPro Max, or they already had their own idea of putting a vlog mode on this Insta360 One X2, which is a good idea because not everybody wants to use 360 because they got to go through the reframing phase and all those things. So anyway, let's not jump to conclusions here. Let's just go ahead and get ready, and I'm just going to do a short swim from here to the corner till I can feel that safety pole thing, and then I'm going to try the panoramic one, and both of them I'm going to try to post them. This video is going to be posted on YouTube naturally, but the panoramic one I'll probably end up posting it either on Instagram. I don't want to post anything on Facebook. Facebook's starting to censor everything that we do, so I don't like posting anything on Facebook. If I do post it on Facebook, I'll post it in the Insta360 forum blog. So here we go. I'm not sure if the microphones got wet, but I didn't see any water get into it. It seems to be working fine. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to go to panoramic mode now. Well, I think I noticed something different. When I put it on HDR 360 mode, it starts to flicker like lightning. I thought something went wrong with the camera, but now I took it out of HDR and it's no longer flickering. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna post a clip of that flickering so you can see what it does when it's on 360 and it's on HDR mode. For some reason or another, the camera started going wacko. Man, I thought maybe water went into the lens or something. I was like, oh my gosh, I just ruined a brand new camera that I got maybe 2 weeks ago. Anyways, I really don't want to leave, but it's gonna be 8 o'clock already. I normally leave at 8 o'clock. I don't have to leave at 8 o'clock. Just that, let me unlock this thing and end it because I was doing my laps. Done. Alright. I was doing my laps, and normally when I'm doing my laps, it's just like, it's only like 20 laps. It's to get the bones pretty much warmed up. This particular arm right here still hurts a little bit. It was an injury back then, many years when I was a government agent. I'm sorry, a government employee. When I was employed with the government, we were doing defensive tactics, and the partner that I was partnered up with used more force than necessary and snapped my shoulder. It snapped my shoulder pretty hard, and my arm just pretty much dangled. My whole arm just dangled out of the way, and they were able to relocate my shoulder back in its socket, which is very painful. But for some reason or another, there's tendons in here that were never right anymore. As much as I went to therapy for almost a year and a half, and then I thought, you know what? Y'all ain't doing anything, man, because it still hurts. As a matter of fact, y'all are probably getting it worse. But that's besides that's throwing an off topic on this video where we're actually talking about this camera. It's the first time I go swimming without a shirt, mainly because I had some extra shorts, and I had forgotten my original shorts and shirt at home. So luckily, here at the Gold Gym here in Austin, Texas, we have assigned locker. So I have an assigned locker, and I keep an extra shorts. I just didn't have a shirt, so that's why I didn't want to wet my original shirt. So we're good here. We're good. You know what? I've been moving around, and even though the water's not really that cold, it's not really that warm. It's not cold either. It's warm because I've been moving around. But it's already 8 o'clock, as per my iWatch. Let's see if we can read that. Yeah, I think you can. I keep trying to put it on the screen when it's in the camera lens. Anyways, we're in Central Texas. We're in Central Texas, and the weatherman said that we're expecting an Arctic cold front this end of the weekend. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. This I heard it from last week on the Weather Channel, and I also heard it on the YouTube weather. If anybody knows if it's really coming or not, so I can be prepared at the ranch. And what I mean prepared is in bring my Eskimo jacket to work because it gets super cold up here. I mean, talk about when it gets cold, it gets cold. Sometimes it snows, not as much as way up there, but we do get a little bit of snow. San Antonio gets a lot of snow. San Antonio, Texas. They're just south of us here, about an hour and a half. But I'll stop going to the gym for a while. I can tell you that. You know, I've noticed that. I'm gonna change the topic a little bit here. I've noticed that this Insta360 One X2 has a very large battery, and I've noticed that I can be talking for over an hour or almost 2 hours on high definition, and naturally, since you know that I'm on a One X2, I'm probably transmitting out of a 1080p, which it is 1080p. It doesn't require too much of a battery because there's not a lot of pixels in it, but it's still clear. It's got a big battery, and I've been able to use it for a long time in comparison to the Insta360 One R, or even in comparison to the GoPro series. The GoPro, I have a GoPro Hero 8 and a 9 and a Max. Well, the Max takes long also, but the Hero 8 and 9 batteries go down real quick. Minimum is 4K. No, minimum is 1080p also, but they still go down real quick. I've been amazed with this little camera. I wasn't gonna buy it because I already have the One X, the One X1. But when I heard that it was waterproof, and well, I'm a waterproof. I am a water-oriented person, even though I work at a ranch and I work around dust and grime and dirt and mud and cow shit and all types of pestilence. I mean, hell, I've gotten bitten by a spider twice already. That second time was a black widow. Oh, man, that one almost killed me. It was an old spider. According to the people at the ER, it was an old spider, and you made it to the hospital on time. I'm surprised you drove yourself. Well, at 3 in the morning, who the hell's gonna drive me? And even if I called a helicopter to pick me up, I'd be dead by the time he arrived. So. Anyway, I work in a ranch environment, so there's a lot of dust, a lot of pollen. So you know what? I love being around water. I like it. So the fact that I like being around water, it's because so all of us were born through somebody's mom. Other mothers, our moms made us in the womb, which means that we were underwater. We were breathing through a tube, but we were underwater. If you can understand that meaning, but our natural instinct would be around water, especially since you can just pretty much just dive underwater. And the same thing that I like about this camera is that I can dive underwater. And I like taking pictures of myself. I love taking video of myself. I like to make an archive. We're all not gonna last forever, so you want to make an archive and keep it on YouTube or keep it on archive in your computer, so that your grandkids, your kids, and your grandkids, and your great your forward generation, so that people, your relatives, your kids, your grandkids can remember you, so that they can remember you, and say, well, who the heck was Tony Duran? Who the heck was Tony? I'm Tony. I want them to remember who I was. You know, sure, you know, there's pictures that exist and so forth, but sometimes there's videos. I want them to know what my favorite sport was. You know, I love and live being around swimming pools, you know, aquatic activities, scuba diving. I traveled to the most exotic places around the world: Thailand, Malaysia, the Philippines. I've been to Fiji 6 times. Fiji is one of the most beautiful exotic islands that the world can show, especially when you're in the middle of nowhere and you're sleeping in a little hut that's pretty much clampered down to a sandbar in the middle of the ocean, where they pretty much just load you up with food and drinks, and they tell you, we'll be back in a week, and you only have an emergency radio, and of course you have your cell phone, but you have an emergency radio in case you need them to come back for some reason. But you're out there on your own. You're out there on your own. You want to relax and do things on your own. That's what Fiji provides for the tourists. They load them up. Their palapas, their little huts, their little houses, and you live in the wild pretty much. You're clambered down into a sandbar, beautiful white sand beaches all around. You get to fly your drone. There's no laws, there's no restrictions, there's no rules of any type. You just pretty much, you know, the huts are all separated, so you know that there's people around you anyways, but they're all tourists. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this short. I don't want this to be a very long video, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all maintain your special distancing. Last night was pretty much quiet, no wind, a lot of clouds, like the way it is now. As I said, we're expecting that cold front, so hopefully we'll see what happens. So, until the next video, please share, like, and subscribe if you like this video. I try to do everything I can to try to make the best videos. With my work at the ranch, sometimes it's very hard for me to sit down on my iMac computer and start doing the editing and adding, you know, fancy graphics and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't have that chance because I work at night and I usually sleep during the day. So y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good week and be safe. Maintain the special distancing again, as I would repeat it, and God bless.